Passing the Ontario Mortgage Agent Exam. Your roadmap to becoming a licensed mortgage professional in Ontario. You're aiming to launch your career in real estate finance as a mortgage agent in Ontario. One major milestone stands between you and your goal, the Ontario Mortgage Agent Exam, also known as the REMIC exam or the Mortgage Professionals Canada MPC exam. This is your required qualification for licensing. With the right strategy, it's absolutely within reach. Here's your full guide to passing. What exactly is the Ontario Mortgage Agent Exam? This exam is the official requirement to become licensed as a mortgage agent in Ontario under the Financial Services Regulatory Authority of Ontario, FSRA. It's offered through accredited providers like REMIC and Mortgage Professionals Canada. Passing it qualifies you to practice mortgage origination and assist clients in securing financing solutions for homes, investment properties, and commercial deals. Key snapshot. Exam format, 50 to 60 multiple choice questions depending on the provider. Time limit, usually 2 hours. Passing grade, typically 60%. Confirm with your course provider. Cost ranges from $350 to $400 depending on provider and package. Exam style, open book in some cases, proctored online or in person. Inside the exam, section weights and common challenges. Mortgage basics and lending fundamentals. This core section makes up a large portion of the exam. It includes topics such as the mortgage life cycle, principal and interest calculations, amortization schedules, types of lenders, and key terms like GDS/TDS ratios. Students often stumble here due to the math-based content and the volume of definitions. Mortgage law and regulations. Expect this to be around 20 to 25% of the exam. It covers provincial laws, FSRA regulations, fiduciary duties, privacy laws like PIPEDA, and the Code of Conduct. Many candidates underestimate this section. It's detail-heavy and requires memorization of legal frameworks and rules. Mortgage products and suitability. Approximately 25% of the exam focuses on identifying suitable products for client needs. Topics include fixed versus variable rates, open versus closed mortgages, high ratio versus conventional loans, and how to interpret credit reports. Misunderstanding product suitability or client qualification rules is a common trap. The mortgage application process. This section includes deal structuring, documentation, underwriting steps, conditions, and the roles of all parties involved in a mortgage transaction. Candidates who haven't worked in finance may find it overwhelming without practice or visual aids. Where students struggle and where they excel. The financial math and underwriting ratios tend to be major pain points. If you're not confident with calculating loan-to-value ratios or qualifying income using GDS/TDS, this is where you'll want to drill hardest. Legal and ethical sections are also deceptively tricky, especially if you rely solely on intuition instead of knowing specific regulations. On the upside, many students find the mortgage product section more intuitive once they understand client scenarios. With practice, these become pattern-based and predictable. Proven study strategies that work. Go beyond cramming. Use real-world case studies. Understand how theory applies to client scenarios. Take practice quizzes regularly. The Remic and MPC courses offer mock exams. Use them early and often. Work backward. Start with practice exams, identify weak areas, then revisit theory. Effective tactics. Handwrite your key formulas and keep a cheat sheet. Flashcards for definitions like collateral mortgage versus conventional mortgage, LTV, GDS, TDS. Break down regulations like the Mortgage Brokerages, Lenders and Administrators Act, MBLAA, into digestible chunks. Teach someone else. Explaining client qualification to a friend forces clarity in your thinking. Managing stress and time on exam day. Break your study into 90-minute blocks with short breaks. On exam day, skip time-consuming math questions and return to them later. Use scratch paper to lay out amortization formulas and ratios. Treat each question as a fresh opportunity. Don't let one question rattle your mindset. Real student insight. I struggled with the math at first, but once I started doing mock exams and watching Remic's explainer videos, things clicked. Passed on my first try with 84%. Another student shared on Reddit, the key is understanding how mortgage agents actually serve clients. Once you think like a professional, the questions make more sense. Final prep checklist. 2 weeks out, focus on fundamentals, GDS, TDS, mortgage types. 1 week out, do 2 to 3 full-length practice exams under time conditions. Day before, review key formulas, terms, and definitions. Day of eat well, stay calm, and pace yourself. There's time. You've got this. The Ontario Mortgage Agent Exam is your ticket into a rewarding career in finance and real estate. With dedication, smart strategies, and good materials, you'll be ready to pass with confidence.